So in this video we'll be seeing how to obfuscate the function names that we use in the program. So what we're going to do is we are going to use some random names, but still we get the code execution from the function. So we're gonna execute the same function with a different name. We can do that using the C# delegates. So we have already seen the delegates. So delegates are the function pointers where we can execute chain of functions or one function as well. So we are going to execute the message box function without using the actual string message box, because in the static malware analysis, the malware analyst will see in the PE view about the imports. Then he can get an idea that what functions the executable is using. Then it's he can analyze that it's malware and it's connecting to some address and sending the data using these function names. So what we're going to do is we are going to declare a delegate. So let's say public delegate, same function signature as that of message box. So int we need to say let's say messenger or messenger. You can give whatever name you want. So the first one is the GUI handle, so it's just a null, and the second one is the text. We can use message box W, so we can say parameter Marshall as unmanaged type dot long pointer Unicode character, Unicode string, string LP text, and copy the same and rename this to caption. And the last one is the type of the message box you want to create, whether it contains OK button, yes or no, cancel, etc. So that should be uint32, the type of this message box. So we have one function signature that matches exactly as the term message box. So what we're going to do is we are going to find the address of this message box function in our process. When we run the process, automatically it will import some basic DLLs in their function. So we're gonna search in those DLL space, address space for these functions. So you can get module handle. So we are going to use this. So let me just import this. The return type is the handle to the module. So and we should get the handle to that DLL, and we need to pass that handle to this get proc address. So the first one is the handle, actually the pointer to the handle, which we get from the get module handle here. And the second one is the actually the function name. So it can be just string function name. So let's go and get module handle A of kernel, that is user 32.dll, because the message box W is in user 32.dll. If the this DLL is not imported by default, you can load the DLL using the load library function. So we gonna get the address of user 32 address, and we need to pass this address to this get proc address, user 32 address, and search for the function name message box w, and we will get the address of this function. So let's say func address. So func address points to the function, and what we need to do is we need to marshal this to the delegate. So we have this marshal dot get delegate for function pointer. So we need to pass the function pointer, the function address, comma type of which type you want to delegate. I want to convert get the delegate for this messenger. So copy this and type of messenger. So messenger m is equals to the messenger. Now we need to just call this function, but we need to pass the parameters because the message box function signature contains parameters. So the first parameter is null, and the second one is the actual let's say hello world, and the caption of the message box, let's say testing, and the second one the last one is the type of the message box. We can say 0. So now we can actually run this one, and now we can see we got the message box, and we can see we executed the message box function without actually having that string message box in these function names. So like this you can execute you can obfuscate the function names and execute those functions without having the actual name in these function names, so with the help of the delegates.